good. Trying to put my headphones in. Okay. Okay. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I think we have it okay. I think we're okay. You know what I mean? I think it might be okay. 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 There we go. Okay. Okay. Now we smoke weed. Okay. Now we smoke weed. Okay. You want to smoke weed? Let's smoke some weed. Okay. 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 Let's smoke some weed. Okay. 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 Let's smoke some weed. It's okay. Let's smoke some weed. Everything okay? You know, let's smoke some weed. Just chilling, checking. Yeah. You see, we smoking some weed. And we smoke some weed, and then we smoke some more weed. You know. And you see, I like to smoke a weed. I like to smoke a weed. You know, sometime, probably most time. Oh, you know, most of the time. But you know, I just tell a joke tonight. You know, and yeah, that's all I do. You know, I tell you some jokes. All right, so I don't know where to begin. You like a joint? That's a good place to begin. You off to a good start. You know. Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, what's up? Smoking weed on Twitch. Trying to contribute something. There's really not much to contribute at the moment. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna come up with something funny. It's gonna be fucking cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say something funny. Well, let's see. What jokes do I have? So cheating a spouse, man. Cheating on your spouse. This is a joke I have. I can tell you a lot about cheating spouses. A whole lot. I got married when I was 18 to my first wife. So needless to say, throughout my entire 20s, I was like, I was what some people could possibly refer to as a gigantic fucking male whore. Um, and and some people did refer to me as that because only because it was true. I mean, it really was true. It was like I would fuck anything, dude. I fuck girls at work. I fuck girls. I fucked a girl in a driveway of a trailer park, two driveways down from her trailer, and while I was having sex with her, I could see her husband walking around like her trailer, like through the window, like some skanks too, man. Like you wouldn't believe that. Like it was just some crazy ass. Like I fuck anything. And I don't know. It was just I thought it was part of who I was, but it was part of who I was back then. I think. Um, just crazy shit, man. I mean, some awful ones too. Some You know, I swear to God, through my 20s, I dodged STDs like Neo Matrix dodging fucking bullets. I swear to God, it was that bad. I went to the doctor myself. You know, you go to get checked up, and it's like then you start to replay the shit in your mind. And I'm thinking, oh man, this is not gonna be good, you know. And you go and get all the tests done, and the doctor comes back. He's like, everything's negative. You're all good. I'm like, man, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, you got the right test there? That's my name on the paper? Like, you're absolutely sure that that's accurate? Like, you know, I was like, doctor, if you've seen some of these girls, you would run that shit again. Tell you what, you go down there and calibrate that you would run it again. Like I was shocked. I was like negative. Whoo, to feel this big weight lift off your shoulders, like whoo, holy shit. I mean, because there were times like you're getting up, like putting your clothes on, like oh shit, I got something now. like getting dressed, like man, I don't know what she gave me, but I'm sure she gave me something. But no, man, lucked out on that shit. But yeah, cheating spouses. What I can tell you, like through your 20s, it's really, really easy to get pussy. Like, and I'm just saying it like it is. I'm just being real. It's really, really fucking easy, and um, like lots of it, quantity, like mass quantity, like girls younger than you. When you're your mid 20s, girls younger than you want to fuck you. Girls your age want to fuck you. Girls slightly older than you want to fuck you. Older women want to fuck you. These grandmas that are getting down at swingers clubs and shit, they want to fuck you. Everybody wants to fuck you. It's it's really really easy, you know. And now, fast forward 20 years, my that marriage ended after 17 years. As I'm sure you could probably have guessed by now, I am not with my first wife. Hey, what's up, Yosef? I am not with my first wife because of that. And I'm telling story jokes, Yosef. Check it out, man. I'm telling story jokes. Don't mean to offend anyone, you know, but these are jokes. So, got to pull out the thick skin sometimes. No. Um, so yeah, I'm not with my first wife anymore because we cheated on each other all the time. She fucked everybody too. So I don't have to. I don't carry the guilt around. She fucked everybody behind my back. I fucked everyone behind her back. You know, and so this is through your 20s. Like it's really, really easy to get pussy when you're, 22 years old, 23 years old. Everybody wants to fuck you. Girls of every age group want to fuck you. Now, fast forward 20 years, I don't cheat on my wife at all. My second wife, I never have, never will. It's a cornerstone of our relationship. Um, and I find it incredibly easy not to cheat on my wife because at 40 years old, it turns out nobody wants to fuck you. Like, no one. Dude, younger girls don't want to fuck you. Girls your age don't want to fuck you. Older women, like, they would rather have someone younger, but, they will. Like, nobody wants to fuck you, dude, at 40. It's, and I'm used to, like I fuck girls at work in the bathroom, and I don't say that because it happened once and I'm like bragging about it. Like it was a regular fucking thing with more than one of them. You know, I worked with 98% women in the hospital, and uh, I have a lot of feminine like mannerisms about me and shit because of that. Because of like being in the trenches with them, all the time. I learned a lot from them, picked up a lot from them, but also had a lot of sex with a lot of them, So, yeah, don't cheat on your spouse is what I'm saying. And if you're married to somebody that's age 18 to 30, they're probably cheating on you. That's what they do, man. That's what they do at that age. I'm telling you. Get yourself a 40-year-old dude. I got all that shit out of my system. I won't cheat on you. I promise. And if I wanted to, I couldn't because nobody wants to fuck me. So, that's realities, man, of being 40. Some other realities of being 40. I don't know. I have wisdom. I have wisdom because I suddenly like not all young people, but mass groups of young people. I look at suspiciously now, like like I don't think I agree with anything you're saying. I'm like that, dude. I don't understand the music. I'm I look at I like I don't get why they're wearing girl jeans. I'm like when did the like in the 80s we had guys that wore girls' hair, you know. And I'm not talking about, the trans community or anything. I'm talking about like guy fashion. They wore, girl hair. And now we've got uh, guys that wear girl jeans. It's like I don't know when that started, but it's a big thing. Like um, uh, everybody wears them. you know, everybody wears skinny jeans. I don't know, man. I just don't get it. That's what I'm saying. I'm old now. I see it. I can see it in myself. I'm old. So yeah. Oh, oh, man, you should have got notified. Sorry about no turning to make sure notifications are on. You're on my friend list over here on the left, so I figured I didn't. When I went on though, you weren't on. You weren't online when I first went on. I just went on like spur of the moment, like fuck it, I'm gonna smoke a joint. I might as well hang out with somebody while I do it. Tell some jokes, like fuck it. So man, this is a trip. This is a trip. I'll tell you a story joke. Man, have you ever been on Pornhub? Like go to Pornhub and type in stepmom. Like that's some crazy. That shit gets real. Shit gets real fast up on Pornhub when when you put it. Yeah, when you put stepmom in. So I got boys, man. They're young elementary school age boys. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So I caught them on the Pornhub. I caught them red-handed. Caught them, and they didn't clear the browser history. I caught them. That's how I found it. So I'm looking through, what the stuff there that I caught them, that they weren't supposed to be looking at, and it was all this Pornhub stepmom shit. So I talked to them about it, and I tell them, boys, about it's adult things that you're not even ready to be explained to yet, and whatever. I went through the whole dad speech about why they shouldn't be on Pornhub. Um, then they asked me, "What is a stepmom? What is a stepmother?" And I explained to them, like if me and your mom had got divorced, and I got remarried, she would be your stepmom, or like if God forbid something happened to your mom, and I got remarried, that lady would be your stepmom. Explained it to him. So the next day, as I'm walking through the house, things didn't seem right. You know, there was like I found a tripwire running across the top of the stairs. They left their toys out, you know, in places she could trip on them. I caught them putting a powdery substance in the cereal. I'm like, they were trying to off their mom so they could get a Pornhub stepmom. They thought all stepmoms did that shit. Like it fucked them up. It fucked them up. Block that shit if you have kids. Block it. Like they're fucked up now, man. They're trying to off their mom, thinking they're gonna get a Pornhub stepmom. Like it fucked them up. Something's gotta be done about this shit. I don't know. I'm just making up jokes, man. Off the top of my head. Well, kids don't know what step parents are supposed to do these days. While you're on Pornhub checking out stepmom, just put in step anything. Apparently, step families are all supposed to fuck each other now. I'm like, well, wasn't like that for me growing up, but apparently now there's a lot of, things happening up on, the Pornhub stepmom. Crazy shit, man. But yeah, all just jokes. I don't even have kids that age. I don't have kids that are old enough to use a computer, but I'm just making up jokes off the top of my head. um, so, how about those meth addicts, man? Shout out to the meth addicts, but they can't hear me. They can only hear you if you're a voice in their head. Yeah. when you're creating comedy, when you're creating comedy, you can't ever worry. You can't put any kind of restraints on what your jokes are. You have to. It I mean, it just really doesn't. It comes out false. All your jokes come out false if you put limits on it. You just gotta talk about it. Plus, all these controversial subjects. Abortion and rape and domestic abuse and all these very important things. Comedy furthers the discussion on those things. That's it. Those things all like they thrive on the darkness. They require darkness in order to even survive. They require a victim not to say anything, or they require the Chucky Harlow. Hey, what's up, man? I wish I had something to do. Say something to say. Me too. But it comedy furthers the discussion on topics that otherwise may not be brought up. So those people like domestic abusers, for instance, they thrive on anonymity. You bring it up, you make a joke about it, right away, and they're instantly uncomfortable. They don't like those kind of jokes. They want to change the subject really fast because they know you're talking about them. So I'll make jokes about anything, man. About anything. Um, with no, with no, without refraining from anything. No, I'll say any fucking thing I want. I was trying to think of a fancy way to say that, but I think it's just best said. I'll say any fucking thing I want. I'm making fucking jokes. It's a joke. Settle the fuck down. Settle the fuck down. It's a joke. I should have been a football coach. I have that voice, man. I don't even realize it. Like I scare the fuck out of people all the time, and I don't mean to, man. It's just, I have a very powerful voice, and it can be off-putting if like in a loud place when I feel like I have to raise my voice to be heard. Like people like are looking for exits. Like oh shit, he's gonna he's gonna read his memoirs and pull out the M16. Where's the fucking exit? Like uh, yeah. What's up with school shootings, dude? Man, damn, the school shootings are some fucked up. They happen all the time now. That's what's fucked up about them. I mean, fuck, dude. Like they're doing drills. Kids do drills for them now. Like shit, it's scary shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? It's crazy, man. I know we're telling jokes, but seriously, I think it's them fucking Nerf blasters. Because you think these kids, like, why the fuck is there a school shooting all the time now? Like, so much they gotta do drills for them and shit. It it's crazy, man. But if you, I think there's probably a direct link between the rise of the Nerf blaster and school shootings. Because if you think about it, man, there's little kids running around with Nerf blasters that look like assault weapons. They even got fucking speed loaders. No shit, like a speed loader. What does a 5-year-old need a fucking speed loader for? Like, he's running around with that fucking Nerf blaster, playing with his friends. What's he thinking? Like, one thing that goes through every one of those kids' minds, every one of them, at some point, is, man, I wish this thing was real. Every single one of them, man. If they're out there playing with toy assault weapons, at some point, man, hey, congratulations on that, Nick. Nick, it, it goes to their mind, I wish this thing was real. So, uh, and then what does that teach them, man? I mean, they're playing with those things, and they're used to handling it, and it breaks the ice. It breaks the ice. And Dad walks around with a gun on his hip. That's how he solves his problems. So what's that kid gonna do when he has problems at school? He's gonna take a fucking gun to school and solve his fucking problems. And I think that's what we're having, man. It's a product of gun culture. So that's ridiculous. I think it's a problem. I think everybody has the right to bear arms. Everybody has the right to protect themselves. Everybody has the right to own guns. But we certainly don't have the right to do what we're doing with them. You know, uh, I think we're abusing that right. Carrying them around. Why the fuck does everyone need a gun in their pocket? I don't get that at all. I grew up in the same world that they grew up in. And I've even been the victim of gang violence before, once in my life. And uh, where if I had a gun on me, I would have killed 4 people that day. Um, but I didn't, and I survived, and it's still to this day, I don't feel like people are gonna jump out of the fucking bushes and get me. You know, it's people walking around with these guns in their pocket. It's like they fucking they they're afraid of the world they live in. They're afraid of what's around the corner. They're afraid something's going to jump out the bush and get them. And it's just not, dude. It's just not. You know, what you sacrifice to have that gun in your pocket is you teach every kid that you have influence on, any kind of influence or over, or and make an impression on that. That's how you solve your problems. That this is my legal gun, legal permit, legal this, open carry, whatever the fuck your excuse is. Sure, it was given to you legally, but um, it doesn't matter. What you've done is give that kid the impression that it's okay. That the proper way to solve your problems, major disputes, is with a fucking firearm. and then we want to be shocked when the school gets shot up. You know what? When you think about it and break it down, I'm surprised it doesn't happen more. We got too many guns in this country, and there's no fucking need for them. You know, you have guns in your house is one thing. Your house is your sanctuary. It's one thing, and I wouldn't even mind my children, knowing that I have firearms in my house to protect my house. But you don't have to have this shit on you in your fucking pocket all the time. I don't even know how I got talking about guns, man. I was making jokes. Oh man, I'll check your stream out, Nick. If you're gonna make affiliate, man. Oh, that's what I was saying. You can't put any constraints on comedy, man. So you gotta talk about domestic abuse, yeah, and all kinds of topics that people wouldn't talk about. You ever hear of Ike Turner? Anyone ever hear of Ike Turner? Yeah, bring that shit up. Yeah, Ike Turner was a horrible spousal abuser. Um, Apparently, love didn't have a goddamn thing to do with it. In that case, well, I just want to smoke a joint with you guys and hang out for a little bit, man. I'm gonna get going. Uh, Peace and love to everybody. And I'll see you soon with a real show.